This thing is launched live, baby. On deck.
Good experience. Their heads are right. They've been in the weight room. I would say these kids got very strong this past fall. Just knowing that anything is possible pretty much this year.
And now,
we're focusing on one game at a time, just focusing on making sure we execute every play, every moment.
The Austin High Maroon On Deck Show.
Players, my teammates, we developed a really good relationship over the season.
Not that that's
brought to you by Plains Capital, Nance Orthodontic, Mark Hart Architecture, by Delta Millworks, by Somanos, by Prosperity Roofing, by Cover Chevrolet.
No. We'll bring it in and
by James Gonan Architecture.
Start yapping
and
we'll
by the Chuck Nash Auto Group. By Tate Property.
Probably depending on how
Terrytown Pharmacy. Innovative care. Timeless service. 8118 Dental Professionals.
Off, Jack,
dental care focused on whole body wellness. Sportsman's Barbershop. A friendly neighborhood barbershop.
The intro that she's doing, it says, and now to the
1905,
broadcast booth
Horizon
with David
has
Roy
been
and James
proud
Scott.
To work with
So
local businesses across Central Texas and beyond. And now to the Maroon broadcast booth. Here's David Roy and James Scott.
Well, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, Jack Farrell here filling in on your broadcast today, but we are live right here at Liberty Hill High School in Liberty Hill, Texas for this LISD Classic. It is the second game of our doubleheader. First one not going the way of the Maroons, the Round Rock Dragons getting the victory in that one. A game we had to end a little bit early due to time constraints, but we are right on track for our 5 o'clock first pitch. Might even be ready to go a little bit sooner, so keep an eye on things for us here. But I am here, of course, as always, with James Scott. James, what are our thoughts on the first game, and what does Austin High need to do to bounce back here in game number 2?
The best thing to do with game 1 is to flush that one.
Certainly, sure.
And just start all over again. I mean, that's a great thing about baseball is you play so many more games than something like football that you can't just sit on it, especially when it comes to tournament play. You got to turn around and within an hour play a very good Liberty Hill Panthers team. Liberty Hill coming in at 4-4. They played earlier today against the Round Rock Dragons here and lost 9-4. They started off the season on a 3-game win string. They actually played Bowie, lost 4-2 to Bowie, but then took care of business against Cedar Park. Buda Johnson took a tough loss to Vandergriff, who will play Saturday, and then obviously the one against Round Rock. So Liberty Hill, very good baseball program, coached by Brandon Creek. This is his 8th year as coach here, or in his baseball career, head coach. I'm not quite sure how long he's been at Liberty Hill, but last year they were 24-7-2, 12-2 in district. They were by district finalists with 6 players back returning that were starters last year.
And obviously for them getting to play here at home, ballpark they're very used to, but it's a Liberty Hill team that year in and year out is going to be right there at the top of district standings. This one is going to be a little bit easier on the eyes. Both teams now have different colors. So very excited for this one. Should be a good test. We'll see how the Maroons bounce back. It was a great job in the first game, I thought, by Carter Hayden, the sophomore, coming in relief, pitching well and eating innings, and both very important for the outlook of the future for that young man's career and the rest of the season.
100%. You got to tip your hat to Carter. Not only did he pitch well, but he got his first base knock, which was, great to get that monkey off your back. Had to gain a lot of confidence. He did a good job out there. Our defense did not play well. Obviously, we had a couple of base running gaffes too, but overall, Carter Hayden had a great game and should set him up as we're going to make probably roster changes after this tournament time.
Yeah, like you said, these tournaments are all about really finalizing what you want your roster to be, your rotation, who you want to put where in terms of defense and in the outfield. But, at this point, you have to think that you're thinking final tweaks here. You're not throwing a guy out there saying, well, what do we have in this? It's like you kind of know what you have, and you're really shoring it up. These are the final, rotations, the final cuts at this point.
Yeah, this is time that's, if somebody's on the teeter-totter, if you will, right on the bubble, they can make or break their case for these games out here. So, we're going to play tough competition out here. Liberty Hill is our next one. We do have the lineup for the Maroons, so we'll go ahead and give you that. Looks like the Maroons are going to be the visiting team, most likely. That would make sense since they're in the first base dugout and we're at Liberty Hills ballpark. So, batting first and catching, senior number 3, James Scott. Batting second and playing left field, Jaden Besa. Batting third and DHing for the pitcher, Osby Contreras. Batting fourth and playing third base, another senior, Javier Godinez. Batting fifth and playing third base, Fletcher Wilson. Wilson playing first and batting fifth. On right field and batting sixth, he slugged a home run in last game. It's Henry Shooter. Batting seventh and playing shortstop, another senior, Logan Kinney. Batting eighth and getting his first action of the year, Patrick Bird. Patrick Bird playing second base and batting eighth. Batting ninth and playing center field, Drew Anderson. So from the top, you've got Scott, Besa, and Contreras, Godinez, Wilson, and Shooter, Kinney, Bird, and Anderson. And then on the mound is going to be another senior, Ty Schreiber.
And as you can see on the screen here, the home team Panthers, they have taken the field. As we've said, the Austin Maroons will be the away team. We'll take you around this infield here for the Liberty Hill Panthers. Jordan Andrews getting the start. He's also batting third. So how do you think this program feels about that young man?
Jordan Andrews was a co-district newcomer of the year last year. Liberty Hill playing in 5A, District 25 5A, I believe.
And he is delivering the baseball here to Carson Sharp. He's behind the plate and hitting cleanup. So a pretty good dynamic duo here on the mound and behind the plate.
Carson Sharp was first-team All-District catcher last year.
There you go. And Chase Breckel, he is over on that first corner of the infield at first base. Andrew Basie, the young second baseman. Out at short is Caleb Calvert and Reese Pesto at third base. Moving on to the outfield from left to right, Pearson Lowry, Journey Lowry, and in right, Giancarlo Giletti.
Giletti was another first-team All-District DH last year, and you mentioned Caleb Calvert. He was first-team All-District shortstop, so a lot of talent over here for the Liberty Hill team.
And there always is, this, like I said, this kind of southern part of Williamson County. There is a ton of good high school baseball being played, from east to 35, going from Hutto to Georgetown, Liberty Hill. Some of these Leander schools like Rouse, there's, putting talent. We've got a lot of talent from top to bottom, year in and year out. So it's going to be a good test for the Maroons here, facing the home team, the purple and gold here at Panther Field. Looks like we're just about getting ready. James Scott in the on-deck circle. He's stepping to the plate here, and it looks like we're ready to play some ball.
He's fresh on a 10-game hitting string if you go back to last season. Hitting .583, a .643 on-base percentage, and an OPS of .1393. So he's off to a hot start. 14 hits and 24 at-bats. This is number 9 games played and his 29th plate appearance. 2 doubles, a triple, no home runs, 7 RBI, 9 runs scored. Leads the team in both runs scored and RBI. Walked 3 times and was hit by a pitch.
And that first pitch is here. Andrews delivers low, and that'll be ball 1. Scott looks at the first pitch he sees. Swung on. That'll get through the infield past the diving glove.
And make that an 11-game hitting string that he's on.
Calvert laid out for it. Scott extends his hit streak to 1s. And Jaden Basic comes to the plate. He's playing out in left field here this evening. This afternoon he was playing first base.
Basic stepping in, hitting .389, 500 on base percentage, which is just phenomenal. .944 OPS.
Swung on first pitch, driven out to left, drifting back. That ball is gone.
Oppo Taco, Holy Toledo. Jaden Basic got it up in that wind, and that wind certainly helped. We will take it. The Maroons need all the breaks we can get. Solid shot, Jaden Basic.
Jaden Basic sends that one into the trees, the second Maroon to do so today. Henry Shooter got one in game one. And an electric start here for the Maroons here in game number 2. Jaden Basic puts the Maroons on the high side.
Attaboy, way to get that monkey off our back and jump out to a lead. It's been a while since we had a lead to start the game. In steps in Osby Contreras, the junior DH, and he caught the first game. He's hitting .412 to start the season, .583 on base percentage, .1230 OPS.
Deep breath here for Andrews as that's a big cut from Contreras. As you disregard that score now, and it's 0-0, and the bases are empty with no outs. It's the mentality the pitcher's got to have as he settles in. He's ahead in the count 0-1 here to the Maroon DH, and this one hit up into the air, out left, and that'll get down and to the wall for a base hit. Fielding it on one hop and sliding in. He could have walked in. Is Godinez or Contreras. My page flipped over in the wind here.
That's
Contreras
yeah.
with the single.
I'm sorry, Jack. That's Osby's 5th double of the season, and now his 8th games. Keep that up. No pressure, Osby.
Yeah, Osby Contreras DHing here brings Javi Godinez to the plate, and it's a 3-for-3 start for the Maroons. And another running in scoring position. Still nobody out. Here's Andrews. As taking the first pitch for a strike. Godinez, the Maroons' third baseman.
Yeah, Godinez stepping in, hitting .333, .391 on base percentage, .1058 OPS.
Foul tip into the glove, quickly 0-2.
Taking some big swings here. Everybody got to stay within themselves. I know we've had a couple of teammates hit big bombs, but let's not everybody go swinging for the fences.
Reaching out at that one, fouling it back.
So the sun is setting directly behind home plate. That's going to be an issue all game. I really hate it when fields are laid out this way because it is a safety issue, especially for the pitchers.
The 0-1, rather the 0-2 fouled back.
You just can't see it. There, by rule book, there's actually a way you're supposed to lay out the field. The sun is supposed to set over the third base line. I actually like it better over the first base line. That's less players impacted. The way it's setting here is you got 8 defensive players that are going to be impacted by this.
0-2, that one hit on the ground. That'll get through for a base hit. Advancing to second goes Contreras. He will stay there.
Nice job by Javi Godinez. Putting the bat on it, fighting it off, and getting it going.
They're shoving it through the infield, and it's a slow start in the top of the first for a pitcher once again. Coming to the plate here, we saw him struggle on the mound. Is Fletcher Wilson coming to the plate now, playing first base today.
He didn't struggle in that tournament last week. He had his first varsity home run. Steps in here, 1 for 10. That 1 home run, 3 RBIs.
Takes the first pitch for a strike. Nothing in 1. Late time awarded.
No pitch clock here in high school. From the stretch, here's the pitch.
In there for strike 2.
Looks like that off-speed pitch is right there, 68 to 70 miles an hour. Fastball in the low 80s.
Andrews 0-2 pitch, and he's got him looking on 3. Fletcher Wilson goes down for the first out of the inning. Got to feel good for Jordan Andrews. Got his first strikeout and first out of the ball game. Henry Shooter now comes to the plate after those Called third strike.
Henry's 2 for 4 on the season. 8 plate appearances. Got a single and a big home run in that last game.
First pitch taken here, and now starting to fill up the zone is Jordan Andrews.
3 RBIs, 1 run scored, 2 walks for Henry on this young season.
Andrews 0-1. The runner goes. The pitch is high and out of the glove of Carson Sharp. Into second base with a stolen base here is Javi Godinez. Still just 1 down here in the first inning. If you're just joining us, got started a little bit early here. We are in the top of the first. Still not quite 5 o'clock. I'm going to get this one in a little earlier as possible. And this one cranked out to left. Shooter. A no-doubter. His second of the day.
Holy Toledo. Henry Shooter, whatever you ate this morning, young man, keep that going. 2 home runs in 2 games. Either that or don't change your underwear. One of the two.
Absolutely. He smoked that ball. Henry Shooter taking another one out to left. The wind, he was blowing out that way. I don't think that ball needed any help.
Big bomb, and this is one of our biggest outbursts we've had, and certainly the biggest lead we've had to start the season, or start a game this season, I should say.
A 3-run shot for Shooter makes it 5-0 here.
Logan Kinney stepping in. If you're Logan, you got to squelch the temptation to take a big hack.
Yes.
Stay within your fundamentals, and if you hit the ball right, it's going to go.
First pitch swinging, chops it foul on the third base side. We saw in the first game with Fletcher Wilson, just couldn't really locate his pitches. It wasn't a lot of hard contact, but balls poked through the infield, a lot of walks, a couple hit by pitches. Maroons are getting hard contact here.
Yeah.
They're hitting the ball. That one misses up and away. It's a ball and a strike here to Logan Kinney. Taken there, it's 1-2. 1 ball, 2 strikes from Andrews, working quickly. That one skips in the dirt. Now 2 balls, 2 strikes. Another 2-2 delivery here for Andrews. Taken there, strike 3 called. So a couple backwards Ks in the books for Jordan Andrews. And there are 2 away. Brings a new face to our doubleheader.
Patrick Bird. Patrick is a junior, 2-sport athlete. Played a lot of football for us this year, and in that playoff game against Vandergrift, broke his fibula, I believe. Fibula, tibula, potato, something like that. He broke, and he's just getting back to play.
Yeah, that's a pretty quick bounce back.
Oh, to be 16 again.
One of the wonders of modern medicine as well.
Shouldn't say that to you, Mr. 24-year-old.
Yeah,
That's impressive to me. Oh, yeah, at 24. Don't give me that.
I'm going to start needing those stretches and things you were telling me about earlier.
Yeah.
But now nothing at 2 here to Bird.
So last year, Patrick played in 25 games. He had 41 plate appearances, hit .211 with a double.
As he swings and misses here. So striking out the side is Andrews, but some loud contact as 5 runs cross the plate on as many hits. And it was 2 big ones. Henry Shooter and Jaden Besa clearing the bases. Besa for 2, Shooter for 3. It is now a 5-0 ball game. Coming out and onto the field now are the Maroons for the first time. Our first look at them on defense. It's Ty Schreiber taking the mound, right?
Ty Schreiber's on the mound. James Scott is moved from center to catch, as they have been doing with tournament play. You don't want your catchers to catch back-to-back games. Over at first base, you have Fletcher Wilson. Patrick Bird is playing second base. Good to see him out there again. Logan Kinney at shortstop. Javi Godinez at third. Jaden Besa in left. Drew Anderson in center. And that's Henry Shooter over there in right field. So, again, if you can see it on your screen, you can kind of see where the the shadows are creeping up to right on the heels of Scott, who's catching. And as we go through the game, that shadow is going to creep closer and closer to the mound, making it very difficult on sharp balls right back to the mound or into the middle infield. Anderson and center is going to have to battle that too. It's also going to make it more difficult to hit the ball. You try to pick up the seams of the ball to know the pitches, and when it goes from bright white to dark, it messes with you. You've heard that a lot of twilight games in the majors. It does make it really tough. So good thing that the Maroons jumped out to a 5-0 lead here. That may come in very handy here in a little bit.
Yeah, the way, like you said, the stadium is oriented is a little strange. If from me to the batter's eye, I'm facing pretty much straight northeast. So that sun is setting directly into the eyeballs of the pitcher.
Yeah, there's a couple of fields here that do that. They usually do it when there's a lack of property. You just try to squeeze a field in. Out here, it seems like they have plenty of property. They could have rotated this field to the right way.
But first pitch for Schreiber, that's swung on and hit well out to center. That's going to get over the head of Drew Anderson. Rounding first, heading second, and second heading to third, and it's going to be a leadoff triple for Journey Lowry.
Yeah, you could see the way that Anderson played that one. That way, he was looking right into the sun. He got a late break on it and turned the wrong way. Not a normal Drew Anderson move, but again, he's looking right into the sun. I don't know how many of you guys have tried to catch a ball looking in the sun. It's not a very easy task.
No, you lose it, and then you lose it for a few seconds because you burned your eyes. But now a runner on third and nobody out. Pearson Lowry coming to the plate. It's the left side of your outfield here. The center fielder Lowry now at third base and the left fielder at the plate. Taken there, it's downstairs. 2 balls, no strikes.
Ty Schreiber came into the game with 9 innings pitched. This is his third game started. He's 1-1 on the season, giving up 8 hits, 3 runs, 3 earned.
2-0 pitch, taken for strike 1.
Walked 5, struck out 7. He's got a less than a 2.33 ERA.
The 2-1 from Schreiber. That one hit in the air off the edge of the bat, but that's going to drift into no man's land, and dropping that ball and coming home. And they're going to get him out at second base. Does he have the ball? No, he's safe. He dropped the ball. So the throw clearly in time. That was a tough play for Bird, ranging back kind of in that weird space and getting caught in the wind, but as the ball fell in, Lowry was able to score from third, obviously, and Pearson Lowry advancing to second on the throw.
Yeah, very tough play by Bird over there. He gave it all he could. That's one of those Texas leaguer kind of plays. He did a good job to get there, and that wind was blowing it back up. You can kind of see he had to turn back around. That's why he missed it. Shooter gets the ball, throws a dart into Kenny at second, and they're over there checking on Kenny now. A little collision there at the bag.
And they sort of folded over the top of each other.
That's a tough one. I don't think anybody's going to get that ball. The one with the best chance is probably Shooter and Wright, but he's playing deep enough that there's no way. Yeah, there's no way he's going to get that ball. So Bird gave it all he could.
If he does try to make a play, it could bounce under the glove and roll back to the wall.
That's true.
Well, not with that height, but brings Andrews to the plate. Shaking off that first pitch, 1-0. Ball, no strikes. That one over the top of his head now, 2-0. Andrews with a runner in scoring position, looking to get one of the runs he gave up back here in the bottom of the first. He's taking it there. Now 3 balls, no strikes. 3-0 pitch. In there for strike one. I think Andrews, based on that reaction, is kicking himself a little bit for taking that pitch. It looks like he, I like to swing at that thing. Just wanted to try and get back into the count here for Schreiber. Now a 3-1. This one he does swing at. That's driven out to left the other way, and that is right on the line, and a fair ball. Digging around first as the runner comes home. It'll be a stand-up double for Jordan Andrews. Lowry comes home to make it 2-0.
2-0, 5-2, brother. We are in the bottom of the first inning. Talk about a game of inches. That ball was right on the line, 1 inch more to the left, and that's a foul ball. Didn't work out that way. Now we got Schreiber, who's got to figure out how he can get out of this. Let those maroon bats get back to it.
Yeah, another runner in scoring position here is Carson Sharp, the catcher to the plate here, takes his first offering, 1-0. Now it's the Maroons struggling to find outs. A ball, no strikes. This one fouled off into the concourse.
Concourse, I love it.
Parking lot. Yeah, that's all right.
You know. ESPN's own Jack Fisher. Farrell. I did it again. I don't know what. There must be a Jack Fisher in the old days that I knew.
Yeah, sounds like
Jack Farrell.
He might be an action movie hero.
Oh,
that one's belted out to left. Drifting back. That'll stay in the ballpark, but a run does come home.
Right off that McCoy sign. Well, this might be like Wrigley Field in the day ball game when the wind's blowing out. That's kind of what's happening here. Those balls are getting up in that jet stream and just shooting out.
Giletti coming to the plate here. Scott having a conversation with his pitcher here.
I've got 71 degrees here in Liberty Hill, 23-mile-an-hour wind gust blowing right to left on your screen, 15 miles an hour consistently.
Yeah, any of these pull hitters, anything into the air is going to go a few extra feet here today.
I know where I got Jack Fisher from.
Where's that?
He's the old Baltimore Orioles pitcher.
There you go.
He was a young gun. So late 50s, early 60s. It was baseball related. Yeah, sorry, dude. I'm a baseball geek. That's right.
I was like, I don't know if I know that name. That's why.
Yeah. He didn't do much. I think he hurt his arm, as a matter of fact. But he was one of those bonus babies. They had to bring him up. And I think he actually gave up Ted Williams' last hit, which is a home run, I think.
That's a good little bit of trivia there. Is that one hit on the ground through the infield? Depending on the throw, yeah, they will hold him. That's a nice job. Out in right field for Shooter, getting that one back in quickly, holds the runners at the corners. But it is another base hit.
Well, we need an out. We need an out, and we can't let our pitching staff get too long. You don't want to eat into that bullpen. We still have 3 more games to go.
Indeed. It's 1 tomorrow and 2 on Saturday. Is that right?
That's correct.
Okay.
Yeah. Just looked it up. Jack Fisher came up when he was 20 years old in 1959. Oh, golly.
That's some more hard contact. That'll be a gapper into the outfield. Run scores easily, digging around second and heading for third. So it'll be runners at second and third here, as sliding in with a double is Chase Breckel. Makes it a 5-4 ball game.
And Coach A calls time. We're going to go out and see Deuce Schreiber, which he should. Well, we still don't have an out. Let's go back to Jack Fisher. He actually played 10 years in the big leagues. That's a lot longer than what I remembered.
Best year. What were his numbers? You get anything going? No all-star teams? For my namesake?
Let me see. I'm looking up to see if I remember correctly. Who gave up Ted Williams' last home run?
The meeting at the mound has concluded. Scott, back to
Yep, Jack Fisher. Knew it.
Ted Williams.
Ted Williams. Ted Williams' last hit in the major leagues was a home run off of Jack Fisher. That's where I got it from, or at least that's going to be my excuse, Mr. Farrell.
Now to the plate. Andrew Basie taking the first pitch he sees for a strike.
Well, hey, if I'm going to confuse you with somebody, a ex-major leaguer's not a bad guy.
Certainly
to do
take
that,
it.
You know? Let's get Deuce Schreiber here pitching like a major leaguer. Let's go.
0-1 as that one slapped into left field. 1 run scores, and that one gets away from Basie, so another run will score here. Digging into second base is Andrew Basie with ease on a stand-up double, is now taking the lead of the Panthers.
Just like that, we've given up a 5-run cushion. Now it's 6-5 Liberty Hill. We'll get that score on the board adjusted here shortly, as Lulu has stepped away to take care of some camera action. We're going to keep going here.
Yeah, Calvert now to the plate, the shortstop. Takes the first pitch he sees for a strike.
This is an 8-hole hitter here, right?
Yes, sir.
8 men to the plate, and we don't have an out yet.
There's a bunt. He'll send it foul. It's strike 2. And 7 batters, 7 hits. 4 doubles, a triple.
Well, at least he's throwing strikes.
The 0-2.
Well, I mean, you know, they're just hitting the ball really good, but he's not walking them. So they're earning it.
Schreiber steps off. Keeping an eye on that runner there, Basie at second base.
Schreiber's at 22 pitches now, sitting on 23 right here.
The 1-2.
That curveball started over the middle of the plate and broke in, as we now have Lulu Corn back. So we'll get that score updated, 6-5 Liberty Hill. We still wish it was 5-4, but it's not.
Yeah, on a 2-2 count for Schreiber. And that one pulled foul down the left field line. Of course, 310 to each foul pole, 370 dead center.
If you're going to hit a ball to dead center today, it better start off in right field.
Yeah.
Get blown over.
2-2 upstairs, full count. What are the top gusts we were seeing earlier, about 25 miles an hour?
Yeah, 25 earlier, 23 now, according to the Weather Channel.
Yeah, you look at that rope on that flagpole, it is pulling those flags off. So it's gusty, and here's a payoff pitch. Taken, strike 3 called.
There you go. Way to battle, Deuce.
1 away.
All right. Pesto, their 9-hole hitter. Wow.
There you go.
The wind gust just blew Mr. Farrell's scorebook in his lap.
Including wallet paperweight. Is that one taken upstairs for ball 1?
Even though Mr. Farrell's only 24 years old, he's an old score bookkeeper. He pen and paper for him.
The 1-0 taken inside. It's also because these things are cheaper than iPads.
Ah, well.
This costs about $2 at Academy Sports and Outdoors.
You didn't have to tell the world that, you know. Your secret's safe with me.
Sorry, they don't sponsor us, so forget I said that. 2-0 taken for ball 3.
Yeah, no free sponsorships over here now.
I got plenty of great people here sponsoring Maroon Athletics here on Vibe Live. The 3-0 offering from Schreiber taken outside, ball 4.
They have batted around now.
And the Panthers have indeed batted around. The force is back in order.
May the force be with the Maroons.
Jordan Lowry comes to the plate after hitting a triple to the dire straits. I think I like this guy. 2 down, takes the first pitch he sees, that one on the outside edge, ball 1. Here's strike 1, so a ball and a strike here with 1 away. Runners at first and second. It's Basie with a double. As this one hit up into the air to left, that'll drop in, but soft enough contact that that'll hold the runners where they're at, and it's a 2-hit inning for Journey Lowry as the runners move station to station.
But we need a double play. We need a double play.
Unfortunately for the Maroons, they can get it anywhere.
I mean, Schreiber's only walked 1.
Is that one hit on the ground? That could be the double play ball you ordered. Flip over to 1, and a throw over is in time for 2.
2 games in a row, 2 double plays. Pitcher's best friend, and boy, we needed that like you wouldn't believe.
Absolutely. Pearson Lowry grounds into a inning-ending double play, but damage done. After 5 runs in the top of the first, Liberty Hill answers with 6 of their own. There's 7 hits there in the inning.
That's a correct statement. Why don't we go ahead and pay some bills? You're watching Maroon Baseball on the Vipe Live Network.
My missing teeth were in the front.
I fell off a roof, messed up my teeth.
I would be talking and my tooth would just fall out. That's when I turned to 8118 Dental Professionals.
When I first came in, it was so welcoming.
I just felt a connection, felt like family.
It is worth every penny because you get that peace of mind that everything is okay.
I can't stop smiling.
Why wait?
From implants to full mouth restoration.
Go to 8118dentalimplants.com to see how we can help you smile again.
Jordan Andrews back on the bump for the Liberty Hill Panthers in his second inning of work, as both teams exchanging blows there in the first inning, as we are back live at Liberty Hill High School for the second game of our doubleheader. Maroons coming back to the plate. It'll be 9-1-2 due up for Austin High. As I said, Jordan Andrews in for his second inning of work. Coming to the plate now is Drew Anderson, who had a pretty good game at the plate in the game, our first game of our doubleheader against Round Rock.
He's swinging the bat really well. He's hitting .444 on the season with a .583 on-base percentage, 1139 OPS. So he's 4 for 9. This is his 6th game, 13th plate appearance right here. Got a double, 3 runs scored, walked once.
Takes his first pitch in there, strike 1.
And just like the first game, we need to give our pitchers some breather room. So big rally here at the bottom of the order. Let's go. That's what the doctor ordered. That was a fastball at 80 miles an hour.
And you fouled it off. Now 0-2. And waved and missed. Anderson fooled at the plate that time.
Yeah, he chased that 73 mile an hour slider, but he had to defend the plate, so you get it.
And as she said, James Scott coming to the plate, a single and a run scored, got that big first inning going here for the Maroons. First pitch well outside, ball 1. As inning number 2 is underway. Scott takes again there. Good hitters count here now for the Maroon catcher. So he hits this one high in the air out to right, playable, and that'll hang up. Settling underneath it is Giletti, and that'll be out number 2.
It's 2 pretty quick outs. Let's see if Basie can take his time and, again, give Schreiber a little time to cool off and let his legs rest a little bit.
Basie comes to the plate, of course. That big home run, the first of the first inning for the Maroons.
You know what was impressive about that is he hit it off the lefty. Usually lefty is on lefty, that's the toughest side to be hitting, and he stayed with that and, of course, lifted it up into that wind, but he got a hold of it.
Yeah, but hey, lefty on lefty, oppo taco. That is not a bad way to be for Jaden Besa as he takes this one here. Strike 2. I think the umpire thought that was strike 3 for a second. Did you catch that?
I did. That's all right.
1-2. Is that one poked on the ground to second? Throw on over is in time, so a 1-2-3 inning as Andrew Basie makes the put out for out number 3. Much better the second time around for Jordan Andrews as he settles in, and now it's going to be up to Ty Schreiber to settle in, try and get some outs here, a clean inning, keep these Panthers off the base paths. Sounds like we're going to take a quick break, pay some bills as you say. We'll be back in a minute here. You are watching Austin High Baseball on Vibe Live.
Hi, I'm Jenny Covert. Welcome to Covert Chevrolet in beautiful Bastrop, Texas, where small town values drive big time savings. At Covert Bastrop, we understand what matters to you most. A good deal, great service, and dealing with people you trust. What matters to you matters to us. Rooted in family values since 1909, the Coverts have been serving Central Texas for 6 generations. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Chevrolet, Highway 71 in Bastrop. Together, let's drive. CovertBastrop.com.
Almost every day, banking touches some aspect of your life, from growing your business, saving for retirement, or planning for future generations of your family. That's why it's so important to pick the right financial partner. The good folks at Plains Capital Bank have deep roots in Austin, serving Central Texas owned and operated businesses for over 20 years, from commercial real estate to managing your wealth. You can find them at plainscapital.com or call them at 457-7500. And when you talk to them, be sure to tell you that my friend Paul said hello, member FDIC.
Back in live at Liberty Hill High School. This LISD Classic, the Austin Maroons trailing 6-5 as we enter the bottom of the second. Panthers coming up to the plate. 3-4-5 due up for the home team.
Jack Farrell, I got a special shout out to a Maroon supporter from Caldwell, Texas, John Young. He is in St. Joseph's Hospital in Bryan, Texas. He's going to face open heart surgery tomorrow, unexpected open heart surgery. And if you're the praying type, I know John Young would love to hear your prayers. He's in the ICU right now. He'll be there for 2 to 3 days, maybe 4. So if you're the praying type, I know he would appreciate your prayers and thoughts from the Maroon family.
Yeah, our thoughts are with the Young family there.
That is Sarge's pawpaw. So there is a connection there as well.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, but of course thoughts and prayers are with you. Thankful for your support, and our support is with you now, as there is a hit by pitch to start us off this inning.
All right, how about another double play? We've already turned 2 today. How about a third? Pitcher's best friend, the double play.
Sharp to the plate. A double and an RBI for him. 1 for 1, of course.
Nice block by
Good
Sarge.
job there. Throw over. A little half-hearted on that one.
Hey, good hustle out there by Henry Shooter. As soon as he saw Schreiber throw over, even though it wasn't a sharp throw intentionally, Shooter broke to go back it up. It's a good heads-up play.
You know those coaches love that. It's good fundamental baseball, playing the game the right way out there. Playing some good defense. As Sharp ahead 2-0 as he smacks this one out to left. Besa tried to reach up for it. It's going to skip to the wall. Rounding second and heading to third is Andrews. The throw back in. Everyone will be in standing up. It's another double for Carson Sharp. That's Schreiber, 2 in a row for him.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Jack. Schreiber hung a curveball right in the middle of the plate, and he teed off on it. That ball looked like, the way Besa reacted, looked like it was a knuckler right at him, and he just misplayed that ball. Sometimes those knuckleballs come out there, and, you know, it's hard enough to hit a knuckleball. Try catching it, especially with this wind.
Yeah, and when something's coming straight at you, it's hard to, judge depth and things like that. His first pitch swing, and this one popped up into the air a lot deeper than I thought. Besa ranges back. That gets over his head. Looks like he just lost it. 1 run comes in to score, and they'll replace him at second and third. That drops in for Giletti. That's his second hit of the game.
All right, listen, there's no excuse for that. That's a fly ball. Yes, it was deep. Yes, it could have gone out. But if you're an outfielder, you got to take your throwing hand and put it against the fence. Find the fence and then go catch the ball. That ball's got to be caught.
It's a 7-5 ball game here for the home team. Schreiber's pitch. That one dives down for ball one. It's Chase Breckel to the plate. Doubled in the first inning to keep that rally going. RBI for him made it a 5-4 ball game.
That shadow, as you can see on your screen, is slowly creeping its way out to the mound.
A 2-0. A 3-0 count, and Scott going to go have a discussion with his pitcher.
The lights are on here, but there's no lights in the world stronger than the sun, especially the setting sun in Texas, on what is mostly a cloudless day.
Yeah, fortunately, we have our little concession stand back here. It'll dip behind that before long, but for the next 45 minutes or so, it's going to be tough on these pitchers as that one misses inside, ball 4.
Nobody warming in the Maroon bullpen right now. Schreiber's at 44 pitches.
4 batters to the plate, a hit by pitch, a pair of doubles, and then a walk. As the first pitch taken for strike 1. Oh, 1. A ball and a strike now here to the second baseman for the Panthers. Force it in, he bag. The 1-1. Strike 2. I feel that the zone has expanded a little bit here into the second inning. The 1-2 pitch. That one misses, 2-2. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. So that'll be Schreiber's second strikeout of the ball game, and he's got his first out here in the bottom of the second inning. Caleb Calvert comes to the plate, struck out looking in his first plate appearance. But he comes to the plate with the bases juiced once again. First pitch to him, that one hit through the infield. That'll be down for a base hit. 1 run scores. That'll roll to the wall. Besa just now getting to it as the second run scores. They're going to wave home another runner. It's Breckel coming around, and he will score easily. And that is a bases clearing double for Caleb Calvert. As you said, the all-district shortstop a year ago. That makes it a 10-5 ball game.
That's a 76-mile-an-hour fastball right down to the heart of the plate. You have to wonder if maybe Schreiber's losing a little bit of his movement on his fastball due to the fatigue that he's got. He's sitting at 50 pitches thrown, 26 of those being strikes.
And he didn't have a very long layoff between the first and the second. This one hit into the air, drifting back and over the head of Drew Anderson. Of course, another run scores. Digging around second, heading for third. And into the cutoff man, they will hold him at third base.
All right, here comes Coach A. And we are going to see a pitching change.
So Pesto brings Calvert home. That makes it an 11-5 ball game. It's 11 straight scored by the Liberty Hill Panthers. We will have a call to the bullpen.
That looks like it's going to be number 13, senior Gage Pitt.
So in both of these games on a Thursday afternoon into Thursday evening, Maroons get a combined 2 1/3 from their starters.
Yeah, and both of them are finished for the weekend for the pitch count rules, and obviously just a basic arm care. So we are going to test the depth of our bullpen this weekend. Gage Pitt coming in. He's thrown 2/3 of an inning. I'm sorry, 1 1/3 innings. This is his third game. He started once against San Angelo in our last tournament. He's 0-1, giving up 2 hits, 6 runs. Only one of those was earned. He did walk 5. As Gage Pitt gets another opportunity to vie for some innings off the mound.
In a similar spot to Carter Hayden, getting put into the game a little earlier than you might have anticipated, but he will inherit a runner there at third base. It's Reese Pesto after the triple.
Yeah, we can't close the book on Schreiber yet because he is responsible for that runner at third. Boy, oh boy, we break out to a 5-0 lead, and we've given up 11 unanswered in an inning and a third. Just like last tournament, if Coach A could script this out, this has worked the polar opposite of what he would have designed and scripted.
Yeah, what's the worst case scenario? Well,
and, you know, they're hitting the ball hard. It's not like it's a bunch of dribblers. They're hitting it hard. Infield defense coming in to cut off the run. This game's nowhere close to being over, though, folks. Stay tuned.
And Journey Lowry has hit the ball very well today. This is already his third time at the plate. He tripled, scored a run, and singled. Was a victim on the base paths of that inning-ending double play back in the first. But here he is with an RBI chance, and he does just that. That's slapped into center for a base hit. 3 at-bats, 3 hits for Journey Lowry.
All right, now you can close the book on Schreiber. He threw 1 1/3, gave up 11 hits, 12 runs, 11 of those earned, walked 2, struck out 2.
Now Pearson Lowry to the plate. Runner goes, swing and a miss, foul tip into the glove. And the runner going to be safe at second base, so steal here for Lowry.
Batter's interference. Yep. So you can see on this swing, or if you reverse your play there on YouTube, that batter got right in Sarge's way when he threw it, and that umpire's right on top of it. That's 100% batter's interference. So that's a good heads-up call by the umpire. A lot of these guys won't catch that, but he was right over the center of the plate, and that's a very good, very smart and accurate call by Blue there. Liberty Hill coach is on the verge of getting tossed.
Yeah, I was listening. Sorry, I was listening to every word of that. That was fun. Saw it on your replay there. Had my eye on the ball. He kind of slips in front of the catcher, impeding his path to throw down.
So the batter is out on that one, and the runner goes back to first. So the force at second is still on. So infield back at normal depth. We just need one to get out of this.
That one hit high and hard, but well foul. It crashed off the roof of the batting cage out there. So that had bleacher distance.
It's just a long strike, sir.
The 1-1 as that one hit straight back at the pitcher. Fantastic job by Pitt to shield his body, pick that ball up, and throw it over to first base for the final out. The Panthers do bat around, but a good job at the end of the inning there by Gage Pitt to limit the damage.
Well, that was a great play, and thank God that he was able to get his glove up and defend himself. That ball coming right back at him was right in the sun. So he stayed with it enough to go make that play and get the out at first. Good job, Gage Pitt.
Yeah, we head now to the top of the third. Looks like it will be another inning of work for Jordan Andrews, who settled in nicely there in the top of the second. We will be back. It's 3-4-5 due up for the Maroons. You are watching Austin Baseball on Vibe.
Hi, I'm Jenny Covert. Welcome to Covert Chevrolet in beautiful Bastrop, Texas, where small town values drive big time savings. At Covert Bastrop, we understand what matters to you most. A good deal, great service, and dealing with people you trust. What matters to you matters to us. Rooted in family values since 1909, the Coverts have been serving Central Texas for 6 generations. We want to be your car dealer. Let us prove it. Covert Chevrolet, Highway 71 in Bastrop. Together, let's drive. CovertBastrop.com.
Back in live at Liberty Hill High School. Austin High Maroons baseball live here on Vibe. Jack Farrell here with you. James Scott on a beautiful Thursday evening in North Austin, Texas. Looking for some offense here for the Maroons coming into the third inning after an electric start. 2 big swings from Austin hitters Jaden Besa and Henry Shooter to send him over the fence. Give him a 5-0 lead, but since it's been 12-0 in favor of Liberty Hill.
And let's get these sticks going again like we had in the first inning. Same pitcher for Liberty Hill.
And it's a good opportunity for it. It's 3-4-5 due up for Austin High.
You know, we talked earlier, sometimes seeing your teammates get big bombs or seeing Liberty Hill hit like they are, you get a little greedy up there. Stay within yourself. Stay within yourself. Don't change your approach, and you got a much better outcome than swinging for the fences. So let's see what Mr. Contreras does here.
He doubled his first time up. A really nice swing of the bat as a big hack there fouled off for strike 1. One ball, one strike. Down and in to the Maroon DH. Leading off here in the top of the third. The 2-1 pitch. Taken there, strike 2. So evening up the count is Andrews. As I said, rough first inning for him, but a 1-2-3 second. Austin High looking for some odd number inning charm. The 2-2 pitch. Swung on and missed, strike 3. Brings up Javi Godinez, the first baseman. Singled and came around to score on the Shooter home run. He's reaching upstairs here as Godinez. This one chopped foul, rolls behind home plate. Sharp now back behind the plate. No balls, 2 strikes. And staying alive is Godinez as he fouls that one off the pole here.
Nice job staying alive, just fouling it off, fighting for the next pitch.
Keep it going, spoil those put-away pitches. 0-2 with 1 out. Upstairs, lays off. First ball of the count for Godinez.
Yeah, another good job not chasing it.
1-2. He's going down for it and putting it in fair play off to second. Basie is there. The throw just beats the speedy Javi Godinez for out number 2.
Hey, and he hustled all the way down the line and gave himself a chance to beat it out. Not quite there. A good hustle by Godinez.
We know these turf infields play pretty quick. was reaching up and fouling that one off. Fletcher Wilson. No balls and a strike. And went upstairs. A ball and a strike. Fletcher fouls that one off. Playing first base here in this second game of our doubleheader. The 1-2. Misses low and skips through the legs there of Carson Sharp.
Another good job of laying off that pitch. You know, especially with 2 outs, you could have been, or 2 strikes, I'm sorry, and 2 outs. You could have been over eager and chased it, but he didn't. He stayed within himself. That's good to see.
The 2-2. Misses inside, and yeah, as that pitch tails further and further down, it can get even more tempting. In a 2-strike count, a payoff pitch. Is that one a called strike 3 on the bottom of the zone? And since giving up a home run to Henry Shooter to make it 5-0, that is 8 straight retired by Jordan Andrews. The Maroons go in order in the top of the third. We head now to the bottom. It will be Carson Sharp, the catcher, due up first, 4, 5, and 6. The heart of the order due up for the Liberty Hill Panthers. Let's pay some bills. You're watching Austin High Baseball on VIPE.
At Horizon Bank, we're from here. With over 100 years of experience serving Central Texas customers and headquartered right here in downtown Austin, we're proud to support our community and the athletes who keep it strong. Stop by any of our Austin and Central Texas locations and see how we can help you meet your goals. We'd love to meet you. Or you can visit us on the web at horizonbank.com.
Back here at the LISD Classic, it'll be another inning of work here for Gage Pitt, who made a tremendous play to end the top of the second, or the bottom of the second inning on a comebacker, able to knock it down and have the wherewithal to go grab that ball and flip it over to first for out number 3. He will face the heart of the order here. It's Carson Sharp who can hit the ball hard. Already has 2 doubles and, let's count them, 2 RBI here today. And looking for more as he leads things off. Not an RBI opportunity unless he does it himself. And that wind is howling like ever. Flag's pretty much sticking straight out all day. Fortunately, it's not like Tuesday where the entire state of Texas learned what the word haboob meant. Did you know about haboob before Tuesday?
I was in Colorado Springs on Tuesday.
Okay.
I still don't know about haboob.
It's just a dust storm, but we gave it a funny name.
Okay.
So everything was real sepia tinted on Tuesday evening. But it's a beautiful day for baseball here in Liberty Hill as the second pitch of this at-bat misses upstairs. It's an even count to Carson Sharp, 1-1. One ball, 1 strike. And that one is drilled out to left, ranging back on it and over the head of Drew Anderson, as Austin outfielders are just having a real tough time out there today. Not sure if it's the sun or the wind or just not making plays, but we've had a few of those where it's a slow reaction from a fielder and a ball that gets over their head.
Yeah, he played that one like when it came off the bat, he was expecting it to be right at him, and by the time it got to him, it was 20 feet over his head.
I'm sure a good portion of that is wind, but you got to take a couple steps back and then take a couple steps forward if you have to. But that brings up Galletti. A runner in scoring position with nobody out, as this one's punched out to left, lifted in the air, base stumbling. We're going to have a tag. He catches the ball. But each ball into the air here is an adventure. Moving from second to third is Carson Sharp.
Well, that's a good point. It's also not new. This is their second game that they played with, in essence, the same conditions. So you have to be a smart enough baseball player to adjust to the conditions. It's not always going to play like 75 degrees and no wind. You have to adjust to the elements.
That one drilled into the ground foul by Breckel, who's 1 for 1.
Anybody can play the game when it's perfect conditions. The special ones make the difficult plays, or can play when it's not ideal conditions.
George Pitt. Nice pitch in there. A little breaker for strike 2.
You're doing what I was doing. That's Gage Pitt. I thought you were going to go with the George Clooney.
Oh, what did I say?
George.
I said George Pitt?
Yeah, that's all right. Maybe it's George Pitt.
I don't know any George Pitts, I don't think.
No.
George.
Gage Pitt.
Gage Pitt.
Out there battling for the Maroons. It's George Costanza.
Yeah, 1-2. I actually did go Seinfeld. I was like, was Elaine's boss Mr. Pitt George? I don't think he was.
I think he was Mr. Pitt.
He was Mr. Pitt. That's all I can.
There you go. All right. Hey, if I can do Jack Fisher, you can do George Pitt. The dyslexic broadcasters here.
1-2.
Dyslexic.
Downstairs 2-2. Gage, George, my apologies. Two. Swung on and missed, chasing upstairs as Breckel goes down on strikes for out number 1.
Oh, we just got a correction. That's Jason Martinez out in left field, not Besa. Guess they pulled Besa in. Maybe he might throw a little bit.
First pitch strike here to Basie.
Thank you for our eyes in the sky. Also the voice, the PA announcer of the Maroons Gray Bowl. Martinez.
The 0-1 pitch upstairs, now 1-1.
Martinez, Morita. I did it again. There goes my dyslexic vocals. Grable Morita is the uncle of Jason Martinez.
Ball and a strike. Hit in the air out to center. Anderson ranging back at the wall. Makes the catch! What a grab from Drew Anderson. And he heard us talking because that is a fantastic play by your center fielder, and that is out number 3.
That is smart baseball. He got burned on that last one. He adjusted and made a heck of a play. Great job, Drew Anderson.
Andrew Basie, the final out there. So after giving up a lead-off double, Gage Pitt does a fantastic job to keep the runner off of the board. He gets 3 in a row after that lead-off double. And we will go ahead and step aside. It's 12-5. You're watching Austin High Baseball on Vibe Live.
Nance Orthodontics is committed to providing the highest quality orthodontics for the Austin community. Dr. Nance is a board-certified orthodontist and offers Invisalign and braces to create beautiful smiles. Our friendly team is passionate about creating beautiful, life-changing smiles for all ages with the latest technological advances. Patient comfort and happiness are our highest priority. Give us a call for your complimentary consultation today.
Back in Austin High Baseball at Liberty Hill, playing the home team at this LISD Classic. Jordan Andrews back out onto the mound, and to say that he has settled in would be an understatement. He let, let's do some counting here, the first 4 batters he faced reach, and 5 of the first 6 gave up 2 home runs, and all he's done since then is retire 8 straight batters. So Henry Shooter, who tagged him for one of those home runs coming in here for the 4th inning, does have an opportunity to try and get Austin back onto the right side of things offensively. But it is 6, 7, and 8 due up for the Maroons here. Jordan Andrews looking for his 9th straight, batter retired.
We just need to take it batter by batter approach, and similar to the first game, battle back into this game. We don't have as big a deficit as we did in the first game, so let's put together some quality at-bats and give ourselves an opportunity.
First pitch taken downstairs for shooters, strike one. 2-0 count now to the Maroon right fielder. 2-0. 2-1 now.
Ooh, that would have looked a little low.
By the way, there is a George Pitt. This is definitely what I was thinking of on the 2-1, is that's chopped foul. He was a British politician who was the ambassador to Spain in the late 18th century.
Oh, I'm sure that's
And when I read that, I was like, oh, duh, how did I forget that? How did I get that mixed up?
You're a history buff, too. I didn't know that.
Yeah, George Pitt, a guy I've heard of.
Uh-huh.
2-2.
I like my excuse better.
Yeah, yours is better. That's called strike three, because I don't think that you made yours up. But Logan Kenny coming to the plate. As a backwards K in the book for Henry Shooter, Logan Kenny comes up with a backwards K in the book of his own. He's second out of the first inning for his first hit of the ball game. Again, for his first hit of the day, he's 0 for 4 on the day. The 1-1 as Andrews works quickly. One swung on, hit high in the air. That one.
That's right back here, sir.
Right into the stands. Ooh. Oh.
Got a ricochet of a
no injuries.
Spectator here for Liberty Hill. Thank God it didn't hit him straight on, but that ricochet, I think, caught him right in the mouth. He's getting checked on now. He's a tough old guy there. He's fighting for this next pitch, too.
The 1-2. There's a leathery bunch in the stands here. 1-2. One misses inside.
Well, it's nothing to play about. I saw a lady when I was playing high school ball, foul ball happened, up in the air, very similar to that one. She wasn't looking up like you're supposed to. She hadn't been to many baseball games. Hit her square on top of the head.
Oof.
It was not good. They called time, and there's probably a 15-minute delay in the game. She hadn't felt like pain like that ever.
You ever tried to head a soccer ball and it hits your head wrong? That's one of the worst pains I've ever had. And that's a baseball moving at terminal velocity straight down. Can't imagine. It's a dangerous sport. That's why they have these nets up for us. Now a ball and a strike here to
Patrick Bird.
To Bird, the second baseman.
You got to shake off the rust here. He's been out, missing a lot of practice because of that broken tibula, fibula, gibula.
Kenny at first base with a big lead as a result of a hit by pitch. And now a 1-2 to the second baseman, fouled off. It'll stay 1-2. Ball and 2 strikes. Time called by Bird. Andrews was given a long look over to first base there at Kenny. The 1-2 pitch.
Way to lay off it.
Yeah, looked that one all the way in.
That curveball started right down the middle of the plate and broke late down and out of the zone. Good job by a rusty Patrick Bird to lay off that ball.
Fouled off.
He's battling up there. Got 2 strikes on him. I'd love to see him choke up. Just put the ball in play. Especially being off as long as he has been.
Two, and that is in play. That get past the glove of the diving third baseman, digging around second, heading for third. He'll be waved home. Coming to the plate now is Logan Kenny, and he will be safe. He's been camped out at second base for a good long while. That's Patty Bird with a stand-up double and RBI, and it is 12-6.
How about that? Patrick Bird coming back, first game back, shaking off that rust and hitting a double down the left field line.
Right in between the glove of Pesto and that foul line.
There are several times this young season we have missed Bird in his overall athletic ability at the plate and in the field. Good to see him back.
And here in the top of the fourth, Anderson fouls that one off for strike one.
Anderson 0 for 1, struck out earlier in his first at bat.
The 0-1 pitch to him, he quarter swing, makes it 1-1.
It's 77 miles an hour on the outside part of the plate. Tried the corner and missed.
2 balls and a strike. As that one fouled off for strike 2, is a lovely night and a lovely weekend for some baseball. Always happy. It's the best part of spring as baseball gets to go underway. We're less than 2 weeks to the start of the MLB season, technically. College baseball in full swing, high school baseball about to start district. It's a good time. There's a 2-2 pitch taken, and Anderson knew it. Strike 3. That's the second strikeout of the inning here for Andrews, and his 8th overall. He did strike out the side back in the first inning. But now with 2 outs, it's Scott's chance to try and do something with this runner in scoring position, and that got a piece of the pitcher's leg. He's going to have time to throw over, and in time he does it. James Scott with a nice piece of contact, but just catching enough of the pitcher, because I think that would have been able to split the shortstop and second base. But a run still does come around to score on a hit by pitch and an RBI double from the second baseman Patrick Bird. It's a 12-6 ball game. We head now to the bottom of the fourth. 8-9-1 due up for the Liberty Hill Panthers. You're watching Austin High Baseball on Vipe Live.
Real estate companies come and go in Central Texas about as fast as the wildflowers in spring. But when you're looking for a house, you're looking for a place to put down roots, a place to call home for years to come, which means you need a realtor with roots in the community, like Tate Property. Tate Property is a family-owned real estate brokerage located in Terrytown. We grew up here, we live here, and we work here, representing buyers and sellers of Austin's finest luxury homes, investment properties, and farm and ranch retreats. This is our passion. Give Tate Property a call at 512-474-8283. That's 512-474-TATE. Or look up online at tateproperty.com and let us know how we can help you today. Tate Property, exceptional homes, exceptional service.
Plate here in the bottom of the fourth, Gage Pitt doing a good job on the mound here in relief of Ty Schreiber. It's a 12-6 ball game. We were discussing during the break, it's a game of inches. Just a couple hops, a couple bounces one way or the other. James Scott's able to get on base and the Maroons are still batting. Instead, we head to the bottom of the inning. It's 12-6. And it'll be Caleb Calvert, the shortstop, who's 1 for 2 on the day. Struck out his first time up, but did have a double in the second inning. Didn't drive in a run. Didn't have the right ingredients on the base paths, but came around to score in that second inning, that big second inning for Liberty Hill. But we are into inning number 4. The shadows grow ever longer here at Liberty Hill High School here at Panther Field.
How about a quick inning, and how about Gage Pitt taking a page out of Carter Hayden, and this sort of long relief for the Maroons today have been doing a great job, all things considered.
Ball and no strikes. Here's Pitt's pitch. Looked up and outside. That's now 1-1 to Caleb Calvert. 2-0, well outside. Scott dives out for it. The 3-0. Taking all the way is Calvert. That's strike one.
I'm just checking the book, and Pitt's thrown 1 2/3 innings, hadn't walked anybody. I shouldn't have said that because I just jinxed him. But hey, he's coming in and doing a pretty good job. He's given up 2 hits, no runs. All 12 were charged to Schreiber. Now let's see if we can get yet another double play here and then go hit.
Pesto comes to the plate 1 for 2 as that one skips well in front of the plate. Walked his first time up and then that bases clearing triple.
Nice block to keep that ball in front of him. Not off to the side. That runner probably would have taken off if it's off to the side.
That one hit on the ground to third. They'll go the short way to second. He's in time.
Ooh.
And a risky play by Godinez that pays off.
That was the right play. That runner at first got a good jump, and I appreciate that call at second.
Beat him by a, not a long time, but a few fractions of a second.
Okay, Mr. Farrell says it's done.
I thought he beat him.
Okay.
Maybe my young eyes deceived me.
Okay. All right, so Coach A is out here. We're swapping pitchers. Let's keep up with any other defensive changes, too.
Got number 8 coming to the mound here.
Number 8, Javier Cruz. Javi Cruz, this is his first action of the season. He's been down with the flu. He's with us at Sinton, but of course most of those games were called due to weather, and he didn't get into the Robstown game. So he's missed about a week of practice. He's back. I talked to him in between games. He said he's good and ready to go. So he's got himself an opportunity, and just like so many other of the players, looking to see how he fits into the rotation, and we'll see with him having come back from this illness, from the flu, how much stamina he has. How will Coach A use his bullpen with 3 more games in the next 2 days? I think some about 20 pitches or 25, something like that, is the pitch count limit you could use to come back in the next day. This may be one of those situations where he's going to have to find, a pitcher an inning for a little bit just to kind of reset.
As he enters here with 1 out in the bottom of the 4th. It'll be the top of the order here, Journey Lowry, who has just been excellent today. 2 at-bats in the first inning. He's tripled and singled twice. He's driven in 1 run.
All right, I just found the UIL pitch count. You can go up to 30 pitches in high school and come back the next day.
Okay. On a good day, that's about 2 innings.
Should be 2 innings on a good, efficient time. If you go up to 45 pitches, you have to have 1 day of rest in between. So if he goes 45 here, he couldn't throw again until Saturday.
That one catches the zone, strike 1. There's his first strike after the first ball to Journey Lowry. As he reaches out and hits that one in the air out to center field. Racing over for it is Anderson, and he made the catch. Sliding down to 1 knee, playing a much better outfield these last few innings, and Drew Anderson is there for out number 2.
Drew's a heck of an athlete. He's making some athletic plays out there. He may not be getting the right read at the very first, but that's okay. He hightailed it over there, made the play. And he's got enough natural athletic ability to make plays like that. You know, we still are only 17, 18 years old, so, you know, we will make errors in the field at times. Just repetition, and, you know, I really love the way he adjusted on that last play up in center field to the wind.
We do have a pinch hitter here. Number 6, Kobe Neuenschwander. As Neuenschwander takes the first pitch for a strike.
Javi started that curveball outside of the zone, and it brought it back over the corner. Got that call.
The 0-1. Outside. It's a ball and a strike here now. Keep an eye on the defensive subs for Liberty Hill now, because Pearson Lowry has been removed. He finishes 1 for 2. An RBI and a catcher's interference. Called out on a catcher's interference.
Yeah, don't forget, in high school, starters can always come back into the game as well. Maroons giving up 12 unanswered here. Actually, I should take that back.
They had gone 12-0 though.
Yeah, I take that back. We were 12-5. We did score.
Maroons got one back in the top of the 4th.
First couple of innings, man, I thought this was going to be a 24-23 game. It was 12-5 after 2.
That one up and away for ball 3.
Now we're sitting at 12-6.
I feel like that happens a lot in these high school games, as you get a big flurry and then a whole lot of nothing for the rest of it. Hopefully for Austin High, they can keep Liberty Hill off the base paths going forward. A 3-2, and runner goes on the 2-out pitch. And that misses for ball 4. So Kobe Neuenschwander in a pinch hit opportunity reaches base via the walk.
Yeah, we can't close the book on Gage Pitt yet, because he's got ownership of the runner out there at second, I believe. But, boy, you cannot underscore the value that he brought to this team by working through a tough spot.
His first pitch into Jordan Andrews for strike 1.
And eating up some innings. So Pitt, he only threw 27 pitches. So, hey, he could come back out tomorrow.
It's Reese Pesto up there at second base. That is Pitt's responsibility. The 0-1 pitch in here for Andrews. Ooh, look good. Ball 1, though.
Javi's got that curve working. It's moving all over the place. That one just moved a little too much out of the zone.
So back in the second inning, the Panthers did bat around. Jordan Andrews led off and finished the inning. He started with the hit by pitch and did come around to score, but ended the inning on a comebacker to the mound. So his last time at the plate was a ground out. He's 1 for 2, reached base twice. Had an RBI back in the first inning. He's also pitched a very good game outside of a shaky start. And it's now 2 balls, 1 strike. The 2-1.
That miss, love talking about pitches, Mr. Farrell. Schreiber threw 51, so his next opportunity will be Tuesday against Del Valle.
All right, the Cardinals kicking off district play as there's ball 4.
Yep. So certainly Coach A is going to have everybody available for Del Valle. That's a game that, you know, with the Maroons, we have playoff desires, expectations. We have dreams. They take the top 4. We have a 7-team district now with your Anderson Trojans moving down.
I was going to ask about that. Is that the only change made to the district? Is that one misses inside?
No, Buda Johnson moved.
They also moved? Okay.
They not down, but they got rezoned.
Hayes to the Hayes kind of side of things.
That's right.
Okay. As that area gets also bigger and bigger, as that one is hit hard but right to short. It's going to be a long throw over to first and unable to pick that one out. As the ball is loose, 2 more runs come to the plate. Wilson couldn't make the pick.
It's a good play, good backhand by Kenny. He tried that bounce throw over to first base, and Wilson couldn't just come up with it, but a heck of a range by Kenny.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, that makes it 14-6 here in the bottom of the 4th.
Yeah, Pesto comes across, so that one would be attributed to Pitt. As that one hit on the ground, another run scores. And a runner digging around third coming home. The throw will not be made by Fletcher. And that makes it 16-6. 2-out pitch. What skips in for ball 1 as Breckel comes to the plate. The 1-0 pitch from Cruz, as that one is early. As Breckel hit it hard and over on top of the batting cage.
It's just a long strike.
As you say, it's a loud, long strike. Now a ball and a strike, runner at first base. That one misses behind Breckel. The 2-1 swung on and missed, strike 2. Breckel 1 for 2. The 2-2. So he hits this one in the air. That should stay in play. It does. And able to make the play is Fletcher Wilson for out number 3, but damage is done. It's a 10-point deficit heading now into the 5th inning. 4 more come across for the Liberty Hill Panthers, and we will step aside one more time here. You're watching Austin High Baseball on VIPE.
I'm Hunter Malloy with Prosperity Roofing. Central Texas got hit hard with hail this year, and Prosperity Roofing has been there to pick up the pieces.
My house took some damage in that last hailstorm, and Prosperity Roofing quickly worked directly with my insurance company to replace it with a way better-looking roof. They earned my 5-star review. I highly recommend them.
Everything important in your life happens under your roof. Let Prosperity Roofing give your home the roof it deserves.
Do you need a haircut? A real haircut? One that's tapered or blocked, clipped or trimmed just the way you like it? Come let the licensed barbers at the Sportsman's Barbershop take care of you. The Sportsman's Barbershop is a friendly, no-frills neighborhood barbershop located in Austin's Brikerwood area. Our barbers specialize in traditional haircuts for men and boys, along with beard trims and straight razor shaves. The trophies and mounts donated by customers that line the barbershop walls serve as testaments to over 60 years of serving Austin. Give the guys a call, 512-459-9525 to schedule your appointment today, or look us up online at sportsmansbarbershop.com. The Sportsman's Barbershop, an Austin institution.
Back in here at Liberty Hill High School, Carson Sharp is going to be pulling a switcheroo here, going from behind the plate to the top of the mound. He's coming in relief for Jordan Andrews, who was excellent in 3 innings of work. Had a struggle of a first inning, but ended up retiring 8 straight batters. Actually ended up being 9 straight batters before surrendering 1 more run in the 4th inning. But here we go. It's do or die time for the Maroons. They will have 2, 3, and 4 coming to the plate. Yeah, you were right. Jaden Besa has indeed been lifted from this game in favor of Jason Martinez. Replaced him in left field as well as in the batting order here. So 2 instead of Jaden Besa becomes Martinez. But then Osby Contreras will remain on deck. And Javi Godinez over there getting some swings in the hole.
From 300 feet away, telling the difference between Besa and Martinez is tough. They're both lefties. They're both similarly built, at least from 300 feet or 100 yards.
And the 1 versus the 10.
The true, thank you.
That's where I was tripped up. The 0-1 to Martinez from Sharp, who's pumping in strikes now, quickly 0-2.
Martinez driven in 3, scored 3 times, walked 3 times. He loves 3. He didn't love that strike 3.
You keep jinxing him. I could come back with a with a line about how he doesn't love that 3 as he goes down on 3 pitches. As Osby Contreras comes to the plate, the strikeout numbers continuing to mount here. Austin High having a hard time guessing these pitches and putting them in play. There's another swing and a miss. So Contreras was 1 for 2 on the day. The 0-1 offering to him is swung on and missed, and coming in with the heat here is Carson Sharp, who's swinging the bat very well. Is now throwing the ball pretty well too. The 0-2 pitch. Godina is down on 3, and that is the 10th strikeout for Liberty Hill pitchers. It comes down to Javi Godinez. They trail by 10 here. And going into this would make it 5 complete.
You know, we only have 6 hits. We scored 6 runs on 6 hits and only walked once. Of course, it was the bombs by Shooter and Besa.
Yeah, they started the game with the first 5 batters, 5 out of 6 of them getting a hit. The other one was a strikeout. As chasing downstairs is Godinez there. There's another swing and a miss. Martinez only saw 3 pitches. Am I correct in that?
I believe so.
All right.
That was an 86-mile-an-hour fastball.
And an 0-2. And saving the Maroons from an immaculate inning on that foul ball.
It's a 79-mile-an-hour slider, and Liberty Hill knew it. That immaculate inning you were talking about.
An 0-2. That one drilled out to left center field, ranging back and settling underneath it. On the run, making the play for out number 3 is Journey Lowry. And given that the Maroons were trailing by 10 after 5 is the run rule, and since Liberty Hill is the home team, no sense in sending them back to the plate, and that is your final out. A fly out from Javi Godinez. He gave it a ride, and Lowry made a nice play, able to kind of settle under it and jog into the catch to end it, but that'll do it. The Maroons dropped 2 straight here on a Thursday afternoon, 1 to Round Rock and 1 to the host here, the Liberty Hill Panthers. The offense came alive in the first inning and sputtered a little bit after that, getting 1 back in the 4th. But both games today cut off a little bit short, 1 due to length, 1 due to mercy. And today I would say can't sneeze at what the offense did, but definitely a a roster that's not exactly built for this style of tournament. But it's great to see them at least. I love that they get one more in before the start of the season, or the district season, the season that counts, But I was really impressed today, back in the first game with Carter Hayden and how he pitched in relief. And Gage Pitt came in and did pretty well himself.
Yeah, that's the bright spot of the day. We did swing the bats well at times, just not consistent enough. And, our starting pitching in both games, they kind of put us in big holes, and we couldn't adjust. But I tell you what, we have the game tomorrow against Stratford out of Houston, Corpus Christi, Carroll, and Vandergrift coming up. It does not get any easier, folks. We're going to have to figure out a way to put ourselves in the best position to win these games and execute. It's all going to come back to fundamental baseball. So we've got to get better pitching, starting pitching. We have had pretty good starting pitching so far this year. Just today we didn't have it. I don't know if it's the water we drink or what. Could have been the bats we face, but it does not get any easier tomorrow for that 2 p.m. game against Stratford at Vista Ridge.
Yeah, absolutely not. And as we move further into the season, it's definitely one of the tougher districts around that Austin plays in. All those Western Austin schools, but you can only put together a few more good at-bats. Got some guys that are hitting the ball really well, like you said. The man behind the plate here today, riding an 11-game hitting streak going into Friday. Certainly a lot to build on, but your starting pitching is going to have to hold up a lot better than that. Because, like I said earlier, 2 1/3 innings that you got from your 2 starters, they gave up a combined, double figures runs, and that's just not going to get it done for your starters.
Yeah, and as I look at the pitch count, Javi Cruz threw 22, so he's available to go tomorrow too. So, we might very well find ourselves in, by Saturday, maybe even tomorrow, a couple of guys just going 1 inning each and try to eat up some of these innings. And then, of course, everything resets for district on Tuesday.
Yeah, still plenty of baseball to be played here this weekend, and of course the real fun starts next week. Do we got anything else here for us, James, or are we wrapping things up here on this lovely Thursday afternoon from Liberty Hill?
Well, the only thing left we have to do is to thank you for filling in for David the Radiator Roy. Yeah. We appreciate it. It's 2 years in a row that you filled in with us, and we're always glad to have you. But look forward to working with Merle again tomorrow. We'll have the Godfather. Godfather of Vipe going to be with us tomorrow. And then Mr. Roy again on Saturday.
Yeah, thank you to Lulu and all the fine Austin High students that, keeping us afloat, keeping our lovely camera set up. I thought that's really cool. But, also want to thank all the fine folks here at the Austin High Booster Club. Thank you to you for keeping me company here and making things a lot easier on me, providing me with some excellent stats. But that'll do it for us. Thank you to Merle. He will be on the call tomorrow. Boss man, the voice of the Vipers, Suna Venkat, without whom none of these broadcasts would ever get on the air. And our QA, Rosie, back in the Vipe Live studios. That will do it for us here tonight. We are signing off live from Liberty Hill. We will see you tomorrow. This is Austin High Baseball on Vipe.
After a tough game on the diamond or a strenuous day on the job, relief from those aches and pains is waiting for you at Somanos. Kiko is a certified flexibility expert and wellness practitioner who provides comprehensive bodywork, mobility coaching, and intentional breath work that allows the body to relax while relieving pain and alleviating injuries. Somanos offers a variety of therapeutic services to fit your needs and not hurt your budget. Relieve pain and increase your quality of life with Somanos. Move better, feel better, live better. 512-800-3064 or online at somanosbody.com. Somanos, proud supporter of Austin High Baseball.
Ready to turn your vision of the perfect space into reality? James Gonin knows that great design is where it all begins. With a passion for creativity and years of experience in both residential and commercial architecture, James knows how to bring your ideas to life. Whether it's your dream home or the next big commercial project, like the new baseball field for Austin High, James Gonin will make your architectural dreams a reality. More info at jamesgonin.com. James Gonin, architect and proud supporter of Austin High Baseball.